Hello everybody, coming to you today to make a video about Delphi, Indiana murder case in Carroll County. This is Saturday, November 26th. Okay, let's start off with how did Alan know to go to the Monon High Bridge? Well, he had to have information somehow. I mean, he didn't just go there. He works at the CVS. He's gonna know more than the average dude. And when it comes to something like that, I'm sure he probably knew about it, hearing the kids over talk. I mean, they have 1,000 customers in there a day, so a lot of those being children. So just speculating, you know. I don't think he's tied in with some big ring, though. I go along with profiler Pat Brown and what she says. She thinks he's a serial killer, and he's done this before. So I don't know. He don't have much on him as far as the record goes, but we all know that, so that's no big news. Now, how Alan knew the area? Well, he just explored it. He probably went down there taking pictures of his daughter on the bridge and thought, oh, this is nice. So just started exploring it and went from there. Doesn't have to live there. Doesn't have to live down there, but he obviously does. So anyway, I tell you, that bridge, I went on that bridge shortly after the murders happened there. And I mean, right after I heard about it, I went down there and I tried to cross that bridge, but got about halfway. It was sprinkling out and it was slick and the wind was blowing. And let me tell you something, that's no fun bridge to be on when it's those conditions. So I turned around, hightailed it back, and so I didn't make it across. But anyway, I've been there, explored the area, been there a lot of times working too. I build houses and a lot of stuff, and so, you know, I can get up, you know, higher than most guys in the air on a building, but I never liked it. But not that bridge. When you see the foundation on it and how it's broken away, it's ready to fall. And once that falls, the whole bridge will come down. It'll pull it down. So very dangerous to be on that bridge. Okay, now let's see. Okay, was Alan alone? Was Alan alone? Okay, he was videotaped for 43 seconds. And then the audio part, we don't even know how long it was, unless the audio is part of the 43 seconds. I was never clear on that, but maybe somebody else knows. Now, if there was another guy, they're saying, well, he was down the hill. He was going to herd him into the kill zone, or whatever they called it. I just don't. I'm like Pat Brown. I just think the guy worked alone. He's a serial killer. He didn't just wake up one day and say, let's go do this to himself. Well, anyway, okay, where are we at here? Now, if Alan had somebody there, they would have more than likely seen Libby filming with her phone for 43 seconds. I'm sure that if there was two assailants, they would have both had their eyes peeled on those kids and didn't let their eyes off of them. Well, except for we know Bridge Guy, he had to watch where he was going. So that's why she got the 43 seconds. We know that Bridge Guy didn't notice. And she managed to keep that phone till the very end. And I don't know if she threw it or whatever, but you think two people would have seen that and definitely would have got the phone. The phone stopped pinging about they said that night on the 13th. So maybe she left the audio part on and the battery ran down as a result. And maybe there's more audio on it. Maybe that's why they think they have more than one guy. You know, they got to communicate if they're doing something. I mean, if the audio's on, you would know if there was two people, I would think. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Alan's path to the high bridge, if he did it, okay. Well, he lives south of there, okay. And there's a creek that goes all the way to the bridge from his house in the woods. You get down in the creek, even if you're in that woods, you're not going to see anybody in the creek. You're going to be lower. So it's perfect cover. And no way to track somebody's footprints if you're in the water. A lot of times that will mask your scent from dogs, especially if the water's flooded and it's been a while. So there's a lot of advantages to that. And we know the guy's a hiker and a nature guy. Gets out and, we see him hiking. So I think he came up from the south side, which is the easiest way to go. Why would he go around to the north side? He's in a hurry, I'm thinking, He's in a hurry to get there. So he comes up from the south side. He sees the girls on the south side of the bridge. I mean, it's so thick down there. He just happens up on them. They're there. So he walks past them. Okay, he knows nobody's coming behind him. So he's got to see if somebody's coming from the other way. So he walks halfway down the bridge, or not halfway. And then he turns around. Now, he walks down there with his hands in his pockets. So when he turns around, he just keeps his hands in his pockets. You see? That side of the bridge is not that wobbly. So I found that out the other day. So he could have done that with his hands in his pockets, like being inconspicuous Joe or whatever. Then when he came back, that's when he said, okay, down. Because he knew when he did that, he had that bridge blocked. So they couldn't run back down the bridge. He's got to block that. So that's what he did there. And then now when he comes back, he's got it blocked. They can't run that way. They're not going to run the other way for some reason. He has the outline of a gun in his jacket. So why would he have a gun if he has another guy? He wouldn't need a gun. And you can clearly see the shape of the gun in his jacket. Okay? I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. And a half a dozen trillion other people could be wrong, too. So anyway, let's see. Okay, height of Alan compared to the video subject. Good. That's a good question, because if you can prove that... well, there's a YouTube channel out there that deals with that issue. They went out there and they measured the railroad ties. They're 10 feet long. Do they vary in length? They're staggered in there. They aren't flush, but I think they're all 10 feet. And then there's that cleat on top that holds them all together. And that's what they use to get the height of bridge guy. And what they did is they leveled off of that, assuming it's 6 inches tall. And they tell you that right at the beginning, assuming. Well, if it's 6.5 inches tall or 7 inches tall, that's going to put it in a different category. Okay, it's the difference between Ron Logan and Richard Allen. So they say the guy's 6 feet tall based on their measurements. Well, they have to measure that cleat right where Logan was, because that cleat is rotted in places, so it's kind of uneven. But I would imagine that still, if you just measured the cleat where, the bridge starts, then you're going to have a good idea what the cleat is all the way down, unless it's really rotted bad. And that's what's holding the railroad ties on up there. That's it. So, anyway, what else? What do they have on Allen? Well, if Alan did it, I would imagine they've got his DNA. They got the DNA of the killer, I'm sure. I mean, they never said they did, but, they did. I mean, they'd have to. Because they said there was evidence all over the crime scene, so... I've heard things, too, like they were found in the water in the creek. And, from the chopper footage of them, the guys saying they need a rope. I don't know if they thought they saw a body in there or they knew they saw a body in there. I don't know, but according to the chopper footage, they're up on land with their taking their pictures with their flash bulbs, and you can see just about where they're at. They're near the water, but even if the water was flooded, like one YouTuber's saying that area would have been flooded, well, no. They're just injecting stuff into it. I mean, they would have said if it was flooded. I don't know why they wouldn't have said, but anyway, I think they retrieved a lot of evidence, and as far as the lawyers go, they're gonna, it's just like OJ, man. They ain't got nothing on him. They're gonna say that, So, I hope maybe, I went over enough here. I'm having a hard time with 2 people involved. I'm having a real hard time with that. So, I was thinking that it was Logan on the bridge, because I was thinking that was his voice. Also, because not only that, well, the bridge guy kind of looks like Logan anyway, the way he walks and his build, and that's about all you can see, make out. But I've looked into it further. I have a video on it. I compare the mouth of bridge guy, which was able to be brought out with dot matrix. But you can take that and put inject colors into it, turn up the contrast, whatever you need to get more detail in it. I didn't really manipulate it, so I might do that here in the near future. But I think pretty soon we're going to get these results of this affidavit, and it's going to tell us a lot that we won't have to question anymore. Well, we might question it, but, well, I'm sure they will. But that's a, healthy thing to do. Nothing wrong with it. Anyway, I hope you liked this video and found it interesting. And if you would, please like it. And please subscribe, because I've got a lot of neat stuff I'm gonna start making videos of. And normally my videos aren't very long, so you don't have to sit through a lot of, I just get right to the nitty-gritty, and that's the way I like it. I don't like to sit through a 20-minute video of somebody driving somewhere that's going to show me the Grand Canyon. I want to see the Grand Canyon. I don't want to see the drive there, okay? So, anyway, just hope I didn't piss too many people off with that, but please like and subscribe. Thank you. God bless.